not at all hot take, a lukewarm look at something that has happened that I'm like, I would like to offer my 2 cents on that subject. Let's take a lukewarm look at something nonsensical and fun. I'm kind of hype about this one.
Okay.
The other day, do you remember me telling you what I had found?
Not that vaguely, no.
I found all 2 seasons of the WB's Popstars.
Right.
I have a lukewarm take on it.
Okay.
These poor kids, one, and two, like, what did we do to our pop stars? In the first season, the group was whittled down to 5 women, all in their early 20s, and they had a #1 single called Get Over Yourself. It's Eden's Crush. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of that, yeah.
Yes, but they were like really big for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then their record label folded and they kind of were made to disband.
Uh-huh.
The second season isn't as good, obviously, like that's kind of how it goes. And they introduced boys into the mix. So it was young ladies and young men. And they had a co-ed group. And they're also just fine. But they put these kids through the ringer. And that they come out the other side of it quasi-human. I think for them in that moment, like, of course, they're like, this is my dream, my wildest dream coming true.
Yeah.
Right.
Do whatever I got to do the thing. Yeah.
I can't imagine what it's like looking back on it now because I watch it and I'm like, oh my, let them sleep. Like, like let them rest. They should have some water. But they still achieved incredible things.
Yeah.
I think of like Simone Biles, right? Think of all the gymnasts that came before her and like they were all great Olympic athletes. But once you put the focus on like care for the athlete, like legitimate care for the athlete, look at what happens.
Like after she was like, I'm done. I need to like chill out.
Yeah. It just explodes in potential, right? And I feel like that was such a missed opportunity, like to really cultivate these young women and their talent and their voices and their performance abilities. Yeah. But instead, they're just like, no, we're going to grind you down to like just go. Anyway, I'm very impressed with all of them, all 10 of them that made the groups. They all seem to be relatively normal.
That's good.
A few of them have gone on to continue in that industry. Most of them lead comparatively quiet lives to that and seem very successful and very happy.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the end game goal, right?
Yeah.
I came out of a fire and I'm normal.
Yeah.
As much as I can be.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah. I was just super impressed and I watched the whole thing with kind of different eyes on it.
Yeah.
And yeah. I still enjoyed it because it was still entertaining, but I kind of had that in the back of my mind, like, oh, wow. Yeah. Like, kudos to all of you.
Yeah. Well, and like your perspective, mine to a certain degree as well, is a little different just because we've got kids.
Yeah. Recently released their album from the Folded label. It got released on Spotify. The rights to it got picked up by somebody or something. I don't know how any of that works, but it's there. And so now I listen to it in the gym. It's great stuff.
Well, hopefully there's some proper compensation.
I doubt it. Yeah. I really doubt it, but I hope so. This has been Kelley's lukewarm take on the Popstars series from the early 2000s.